All right, I'm here to tell you who to buy, who to sell, and who to hold for the Detroit Lions.
Rips and brews, card rip spear sips.
My first pick will go, buying. I think you got to go with the one and only Jahmyr Gibbs. Just recently signed a big contract, so he's going to be there for 5 years. If you like the guy, and I think he's going to now basically is the only running back there. He's going to be the bell cow. They got Isaiah Pacheco as well, but really different players. He and Dan Campbell somewhat basically said this already in camp that he projects him to be the main back. They're not going to be splitting quite as much as they were with David Montgomery. David Montgomery's obviously moved on to Houston, where I think he's number one or number two back. But yeah, it just kind of opens up a lot more for him. He's now been in the in that system now for I guess 3 or 4 years. So really is he took big steps last year. I think he's just going to go higher and higher.
I do think when the Lions put in Montgomery, I almost feel like it bogged down their offense. I think it's definitely probably better for their offense and a lot better for Gibbs. But also workload, we'll see how he holds up. I think that's NFL players don't get the carries they used to, at least the majority of the time. There are some that get a ton of carries, but we'll see. But I think, you're right. If he stays healthy, only can improve upon a pretty strong season last year.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he's, he does a little bit of everything. His cards are pretty high right now, as they are. But I still think, I don't think he's, reached his pinnacle just yet. So I think
you're definitely not buying low on him. You're still buying high, but you're expecting to go higher is what you're saying.
Exactly. All right. So for my hold, I'm going to go actually with Isaac Tesla, which is a little weird because everybody was saying that he's going to be the number 3, and he's made some incredible catches last year. His stuff was through the roof, basically because he was the only Detroit player that offensive player that they took last year. So however, they're saying in camp already that he's kind of getting Cedric Wilson, I think, is the other receiver there. They're fighting over playing time a little bit. So I'm not sure he's going to get quite the 3, the number 3 receiver catches. Maybe he will. He may turn it around. But I'm not saying sell it yet. I don't think that's, where we are with him. I think he has potential to do very well. He's just a different receiver than what they have. He's a huge receiver, not blazing speed, but fast. But definitely not the possession of Amon-Ra and definitely not the speed of Jameson Williams. So anyway, so that's my hold. My sell, and this pains me to do it because it's one of my favorite players on the Lions, is Sam Laporta. He's the odd man out right now in terms of contracts. I don't think he's going to get a big contract with the Detroit Lions. I think he's going to be moving on after this year. I think this is his end of his 4th year. They've re-signed just about everybody, on the team that you really like. They got hosed on a couple players, but I think he's going to be the odd man out in receiving now that they signed, locked in a lot of big players. Penei, Sewell, Amon-Ra, all these guys, Jared Goff, all have kind of these huge contracts. I just don't think that they can afford going forward Sam Laporta, which kind of stinks because I'm staring at a one-of-one spectrum Sam Laporta right now. So
that dude is snake bitten injury wise. I mean, every year. I mean, that's a position where they take a beating anyway at tight end.
Yeah,
but he seems a little more fragile than some. Maybe fragile is maybe not the right word, but definitely he's accrued a lot of injuries, which has hurt him.
Yep. No, definitely. He his rookie year he had that knee issue, going into the playoffs. Ended up coming back, which is amazing. I mean, guys, really healed very well in that one. But now he's dealing with a back issue now that took him out for most of last season or the last half of last season. And they're saying that it's not, it's kind of a wear and tear injury. It's not like it's a, he'll be back to 100% forever type of thing. So he's always probably going to have to deal with that. So all of that to say, probably not that he's super high to sell right now either, but he's certainly one of the bigger names on the offense. He was a focal point of that offense in his rookie year. So unfortunately,
you're definitely selling low a little bit on him, but you feel like it's going to get potentially lower.
Well, if you're a Detroit fan, he's probably not going to be on the Lions next year. I just don't see him re-signing. So
he might, because if they're that with his injury history, he might not get big offers out there. That everyone might have that same red flag that his career might be shorter than some. So maybe he does get a lower deal with the Lions. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
The problem is they've already shelled out. They had when they did Amon-Ra's deal, he was the highest paid receiver. Jahmyr Gibbs is now the highest paid running back. Penei was I don't think he is anymore, but was the highest paid tackle. So they really shelled out tons of money. They re-signed Kirby Joseph, and that dude may never play a game again. So that's great. So there's a lot of that stuff. And they also need to sign Brian Branch too, which I think, assuming he comes back healthy, is probably more impactful than having a tight end at that. So
they still have some Terry and Arnold money on the books.
Well, not really, because he's he's on his rookie contract, but yeah, he was
a first round pick contract. Yeah.
True.
But yeah. I
don't know how that works. I guess his contract's voided or something, but
I don't know. Well, they cut him, right? And I think it got signed, or said he was going to get signed by somebody else. I don't
think he has.
Yeah. All right, well, that's an interesting list. So yeah, we'll maybe circle back to this mid-season, see how we're
see how bad we've done.
Yeah. All right, there you have it.
Rips and brews, card rip spear sips.